Hey, what's going on? I'm going to show you some really cool stuff today. Let's say you can't make it to the gym today, or you just want to work out at home. So I'm going to show you how to put together a total body workout using one household item that just about everybody has, and that's paper plates. So the concept behind this is you're going to have, we're going to work basically balance to be able to keep ourselves upright. So we're going to use different muscles that you wouldn't really be able to use if you're just to work standard machines or weights. Now, just as a fair warning, especially for the upper body stuff here, it does take a lot of shoulder, you're going to be activating your shoulder a lot. So if you have some shoulder issues, just be wary of this stuff. You can still incorporate some of the lower body stuff, but just for the core and upper body part, just be forewarned there. Now, another heads up is this is going to work best on carpet. I haven't tried this on hardwood or tile, but I will do so. I do know that it does work pretty well on carpet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you 2 upper body, 2 lower body, and 2 core exercises. I'm going to jump right into the upper body part first here. What it's going to look like is I'm going to have you in a push-up position here, or an extended plank, and my wrists are underneath my shoulders here. My abdominals are in the entire time. My hips aren't too high, they're not too low, they're just in the middle. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to do those old Mr. Miyagi wax on, wax off trick here. So I'm going to keep my core still as I rotate shoulder circles. Notice how the rest of my body, my torso, my hips, nothing's moving. It's just my shoulders here. So there's no weight compensation or anything like that. Everything stays still as I do shoulder circles here. Try your best to be able to get off 8 circles on each side. That's going to be your first upper body. Your second upper body, and I'll show you here facing the camera a little bit better, is going to be a little bit more chest related. So I'm going to have, once again, both hands up in a push-up position, wrists are right underneath the shoulders, and this guy's going to push out to one side into a push-up and back to center. To the other side into a push-up and back to center. Now, if you can't hold yourself upright like that, if you have some issues with upper body strength, you can start on your knees in a modified position, and same deal. So I push out to one side, back to center. Push out to the other side, back to center. And that's going to be the upper body portion. Now the core portion is going to look a little something like this. I'm going to have my toes on the plates. I'm going to be back in my push-up position. Here I am fully extended. This time I'm going to drag my knees in towards my elbows and extend back out. Knees in the elbows and back out. Watch how my torso stays still. Nothing's moving. Just the legs. And once again, we're going to ultimately try to kick out 12 to 15 of those guys. That's going to be the first portion. The second portion looks a little something like this. Here I am in a push-up position. First time we went in like this, knees to the elbows. Now I'm going to have to drag the hips up high into what's called a pike. Slowly, gradually extend back out into a push-up position here. Hips up high, extend back out into a plank. And that's going to be your core portion. There's a lot of shoulder movement involved in that one too, guys. Last portion of it is going to be the lower body. Here's what it's going to look like. The plates are just underneath the balls of my feet here, okay? Now what's going to happen is I'm going to stay in a squatted position here as I shift my weight out to one side and I drag back in with that same side. I got quads, I got outer thigh, and I have inner thigh when I drag back in. So I push out to one side and I drag back in with that same leg. Throw your weight out to one side, drag back in. We're going to go 10 on that side, and then we're going to shift our weight to the left, drag back in. Shift our weight to the left, drag back in. That's going to be your quads, your inner, and your outer thigh. Finish up the hamstring and the glutes, and we'll go with something like this. You're going to be on your back, arms out wide for balance. This time, get your heels on the plates. This time, get your heels on the plates. Your butt's going to be elevated. Now for hamstrings, here's what it looks like. You can either extend a single leg out at a time, keeping the butt high and squeeze the whole time, or to go advanced, both at the same time. Drag back in, extend out, and drag back in. Pretty tough stuff. It looks pretty unique because you're using a tool that I'm sure a lot of you guys have not used before, but I promise you, stick to this, and it'll give you one bang workout. Have fun.